All right, welcome in. Welcome back to the BFR Podcast presented by Sports Mockery and Fanatics. My name is Dave. I cover the Bears for SM. I'm joined by my good friend, co-host Ficky. Follow him on all socials. It's Ficky, baby. Great Bears content over there. Lots to talk about. I thought we were just going to talk about DJ Moore dropping dimes today. Or not DJ Moore. That's what's on my mind, man.
Already,
the Bears just threw me off for this episode. But Caleb Williams dropping dimes in camp today, I thought was going to be the lead topic, right? And then, of course, DJ Moore extension. Ryan Poles does it again. So, Ficky, I want to start here. DJ Moore is extended. I saw your initial reactions. You were pretty pumped. I think everyone is excited just because it's such a good deal. So this is reported by Rap Sheet. Bears reach a 4-year extension, $110 million with $82.6 million guaranteed, makes him the 7th highest paid wide receiver in the NFL, annual salary wise. I think it's a steal. I'll give my take on it here in a second. But Ficky, how we feeling, man?
I mean, great news, right? I think the biggest key point is like this wide receiver market keeps just like going up and up. It's basically like you look how quarterbacks are right now. It's basically the same thing with your wide receivers. So it's so smart to get the deal done early, because when you look near, let's say, because he's got 2 years left, right? And then the extension starts. So 6 years, right? 3 years into this, you're going to start to look at how much he's getting paid annually per year. And you're going to be like, wow, this is a steal, because all these new guys are going to keep breaking the records when it comes to annuals per year and how big the contract is. So I think it was great for him to get him locked in. And honestly, 6 years, that means what, DJ Moore's like 26 right now. He's going to be here till 32. So basically, right, you have DJ Moore all the way till Keenan Allen's age, in essence, right? Which means that basically if DJ Moore plays at least, is at least decent, and he'll be better than that because he's in his prime right now, he's locked in basically for the rest of his career, unless he wants to get a 1-year deal here and there, like at the end of his career. But smart move, because now you do not have to worry about a wide receiver 1 and maybe on the back end of his career, a good wide receiver 2.
Yeah, no, DJ Moore's 26 years old. I think you hit everything I kind of want to touch on. It's just the thing with the Bears, especially with this regime with Ryan Poles, everything just comes out of nowhere. We were talking kind of before we hit live. This news just pops out. It's just crazy. You got the DJ Moore trade that brought him to Chicago, right? That traded the first overall pick to Carolina. Thank you to them as well, because this extension would not be happening without that. Some are calling arguably the best trade in NFL history. It's definitely up there. It's debatable. Another thing I wanted to touch on was just the offseason wide receiver extensions. We have Justin Jefferson, who signed a 4-year deal, $140 million guaranteed.
Crazy.
You talked about the market, right? DJ Moore is at $110 million, 4 years. Amon-Ra St. Brown, 4 years, $120 million. So Jalen Waddle, 3 years, $84 million. Nico Collins, 3 years, $72 million. AJ Brown, 3 years, $92 million. Devontae Smith, 3 years, $75 million. Michael Pittman, 3 years, $70 million. Jerry Jeudy, 3 years, $52 million. Still a lot to come. CeeDee Lamb comes to mind. Jamar Chase, Brandon Ayuk, Tyreek Hill. I mean, I like the fact that Ryan Poles got this deal done, I guess, when he did, because it probably was just going to continue to go up, like you said.
No doubt.
But he's still the 7th overall paid wide receiver, which I think is very good value. Yeah. I am seeing some overpays. I don't know if they're trolls in the comments. I know you've seen them.
Well, I mean, the thing is this, like every wide receiver, every top 15 wide receiver is going to be an overpay. It just is. Like the market is what it is. You can't do anything. Like, think about the quarterback position, right? There are quarterbacks that are probably like top 15, 10 to 15. They're still breaking the bank. It's just you can't change what the market is, and they keep just one-upping each other. So until that slows down, which I don't see it happening anytime soon because it's a passing league, it just is what it is. But before we move on, David, there was actually, I was going to bring this up, but Giovanni beat me to it. A great comment. By the time Rome and Caleb need an extension, DJ's deal is going to look great. And there's a big key part of that, right? Since they're both first round picks, they have that 5 years, right? 4 years plus they pick up the final year, right? The team, I can't remember I can't think of the name. The 1 year
for Caleb Williams.
For any first round pick,
50-year option.
Thank you. I don't know why I couldn't think of that.
Yeah.
So that's basically 5 years.
Right.
DJ Moore, his deal is over in 6 years. So basically, by year 5, when you have to pay Rome and Caleb, you'll be able to make a good decision on whether you want to keep DJ, or in essence, like, the path out, right? And most likely that'll be the end. I mean, he'll be on the team for 7 years by that point. So, I mean, you're not asking for much more. I think that's also a key part to that, is because Poles has shown as a GM that he's very, you have to always have the money flexible, right? And so getting it early now not only lets you stay under the market 3-4 years down the road, it also allows you to free up that cash to then pay Rome if he ends up being your wide receiver 1 at that point, and Caleb if he ends up being the guy. So,
yeah, I think that's the first thing I thought of when I saw this deal was, well, first I was happy for DJ just because it couldn't happen to just a better person. I mean, he's such a good person, great teammate, and an insane player. Of course, he's an elite wide receiver. I don't care what anyone says. I mean, he had over 1,300 yards last year, career year with Justin Fields, and a lot of people have mixed opinions on Justin, how he performed. But all I know is last year, no matter what, if he targeted DJ Moore, you can look at the Commanders game, look at the Atlanta Falcons game. I mean, that you saw early in the camp in 2023, but Justin and DJ Moore connection was unstoppable, and they continued that into the season. I mean, even looking at preseason last year where he took a bad ball, which was a screen. I know we talked about this a couple episodes, but he took it to the house, man. And I know that's preseason, but that just, it showed right then and there that he is an elite dynamic wide receiver. Yards after the catch is just phenomenal. I mean, he is really everything, the full package. I mean, there's not a lot of weaknesses in his game. He's not a diva, which I think for the money you just paid him, a lot of these guys are going to be somewhat of an issue. Not like a big issue, but like they just have a personality. Like Odell Beckham's not a bad guy, but he has that wide receiver 1 personality that you need, I guess, to be at this level. But DJ Moore just is proving that you don't. He's just a good dude. I saw a comment here that, DJ may have even took less money. I don't know if that's true, but it does look like he maybe could have commanded a little bit more.
Well, he got more in guarantees. I mean, this dude got like 80 mil. I think he had like 30 million in guarantees from his 3-year extension from Carolina, right? Because we just took the deal that Carolina already did, which they're paying out. And then this new deal will then stack on another 50 million or so guaranteed. So he's getting about 50% of that contract is going to get paid out. So he's getting 80 million, which, I mean, look, get your money. I'm not even mad about that because, again, you're beating that. Getting ahead on it early is so hard to do with these wide receivers because they know what they can get if they wait a couple years.
It's early. I think you said, I don't even know if it's that early because Justin Jefferson's deal is done. Like, I know there's about 4 other big ones that need to be done, but I would say he's about in the middle right now as far as some of these extensions. And to still get that deal, to still get it done in the way they did, I think it's a masterclass by Ryan Poles and that team. Shout out to them. Like I said, the news, man, they really do work in the shadows. Like they just,
you don't know.
There was no talk. That's the thing when it comes to these insiders. When you hear anything, I mean, that's when the red flag's up. Typically, whenever something's leaked, and maybe in the past regime, I would say about 4 or 5 years ago with the Chicago Bears organization, I think that was true. I think a lot of stuff did get out, but with this team, man,
not at all.
These guys, Ryan Poles, Ian Cunningham, they are just, it's locked in. I really like that. I think that's one of the more underrated things about this regime. DJ Moore, let's see here. Another interesting fact about this contract that I honestly couldn't believe. Moore now has had the first 10 years of his career guaranteed, a first in NFL history for a wide receiver.
It's crazy.
That's nuts.
Yeah.
And if I'm reading that correctly, Ficky, does that mean like his first 10 years on the, like, money wise or just years or both?
I would think years because this is his second contract extension. So the first one, so he had his rookie deal because he was drafted in the second round, I believe. So that means he probably had a 4-year deal. And then he got he had a 3-year deal, his rookie deal. Then he had a contract extension, which is another 3 years. That's 6 years. And then the Bears just gave him 4. So there's your 10, which is crazy. Okay. And that means he gets to his contracts quickly, which is smart because then you get to your next one even quicker. It's the NFL. Cool. You could average lifespan's like 3 years in this league. So
I just,
why did I say
don't know,
second?
man.
He was a third round. He was a first round pick. My bad. Yeah, he was definitely a
He
first
was a
rounder,
first
late.
rounder.
Yeah, my bad.
But for me, what I think is just, I love it because DJ, like time and time again, you've seen it in the schedule release video, Ficky, where, I mean, he was phenomenal. He's a lead actor in that one, lead guy. He was funny. The Bears actually posted a GIF of him smiling, which I guess I could show it, but smiling from the schedule release video. They dropped about 28 minutes ago with his tee shining there. But for me, it's just DJ. I don't think anybody ever asked him about an extension getting done, and if they did, it was like no one talked about it. He didn't even talk about it, and I love that as a player, and I'm just glad he got his money. Like, and it's a good timing on his age, his production, because it may not, he may not get 1,300 yards, again, because of Rome Odunze. You got Keenan Allen this year. You may pick up, another player or two in the next, couple of years. For me, it's like he's still going to get you 1,000 yards because that's just what he does. He's going to get those catches, and he's a huge weapon, man.
Yeah, he doesn't need to keep like having career years. I mean, that would be fantastic. You know what I mean? Especially since he's locked in, right? But that's not how the NFL works. You just need to be consistent. So as long as you look like the DJ Moore that we've known now, actually, well, to be fair, he's been consistent. If you go all the way back to Carolina, that's why Ryan Poles wanted him to begin with, because he's been consistent, he's been healthy, and he balls out. So as long as you get that, I'm not even saying all 6 years. You give me from here on out 26 to 30, and you are a consistent top 15 wide receiver, it's worth every penny. You don't even have to be top 5. You never have to break that. I'm not even asking that. It's like if you can be that top 15, a real wide receiver 1, or top, what was he last year? Probably, let's say top 8 wide receiver, right? Oh, you're on mute, Dave.
Someone muted me because I did not mute myself. There's no way. Check the record. No, but I think it's interesting because you're right. Some metrics, depending, PFF has him as the 9th best ranked wide receiver in the NFL. I believe there's other sites that have him top 5 even in some. It really just depends on what you're looking at, right? So DJ Moore, let me see here. Okay. So he was, how many? Oh my God, this is insane. So 1,364 yards last year, which is going to be 9th in the NFL. He had 8 touchdowns. He had 96 receptions, which was 13th. And then his target share, which I'm honestly a little shocked here, it was 17th, tied for 17th in the NFL with Calvin Ridley. And DeAndre Hopkins actually had more targets than him.
Because he's the opposite of like Keenan. Like Keenan's a target type of guy. Yeah. We know DJs get the ball in my hands. But also, how much is on the quarterback as well? I know the connection was great between him and Justin Fields, but it's like, I don't think he's not a top tier quarterback. That's pretty safe to say, right? Caleb Williams, people are saying he's jumping into the league. He could be top 15 already. I know the rookie struggles and such, but I just find that interesting as far as the target share. But yeah, 9th best PFF grade. He had 89.3 offensive grade PFF overall. Mm-hmm. His receiving grade, let's see here, that's where it was 9th best in NFL at 89.5. He was, my goodness, he had the least amount of drop percentage according to PFF last year on 132 targets. I'm just really impressed that they were able to get this deal done. I know we continue to talk about just production and consistency, and Keenan Allen gets that for the most part. But DJ Moore, you said it earlier, he's done this with some pretty quarterbacks. And I'm not going to throw anything on Justin because I was a big fan of his. But that was his best quarterback.
That was his best one. Yeah, and that doesn't. It's crazy. It's crazy. So,
well, here's a great comment by Philip Charles Vander Heiden IV. I love saying his name. Odunze and Moore might finish their careers 1 and 2 in Bears history in receiving yards. Mind blowing. Like, I have it here. Johnny Morris, Oh, what happened? It's weird. So StreamYard just went, oh.
Ficky. I think we lost Ficky. I'm going to remove him real quick. I thought it was on my side for a second, but overall, Ficky, I got here, Ficky got ficked. Absolutely. He'll be back here in a minute, but honestly, my thoughts, I'm going to finish it up before Ficky gets back. DJ Moore extension is something that I didn't see coming, at least right now. I'm excited. So we have Montez Sweat, we have Jalen Johnson, we have Cole Kmet, and now we have DJ Moore. Might be missing somebody, but Ryan Poles is honestly cooking here. Honestly, again, 4 years, 82.6 million guaranteed. Ficky, what are you doing?
I don't know. I'm not doing anything. StreamYard just kicked me out. So am I back?
You're back. I thought it was me, so I exited out real quick. I came back and I see the first comment is Ficky got ficked.
Yeah, I guess so, bro. I don't know. I don't know what happened. It refreshed everything. So anyways, what I was saying was, and sorry for that for the users if you just saw us disappear into the void, but last year he got 1,300 yards, DJ Moore, right? The all-time Bears record for receiving yards is only 5,059 by Johnny Morris in 1958, right? It's crazy. Alshon Jeffrey's number 3, and then 4th is fucking Walter Payton with 4,500 yards.
Hey,
but I know, right? If DJ Moore just has 1,000 yards for, let's say, 4 to the 6 years, he ends up being the all-time leading.
No, it's happening. It's going to happen. Roma Dunze, I remember they asked him a couple days after he was drafted. They said, did you know that they had him guess the all-time receiving record for the Bears? And he was shocked when he heard how low it was. And so he hopes that he can break it just because it isn't too tall of a task, you know. Now, if Brandon Marshall, Alshon Jeffrey would have stayed, perhaps it would have been a little bit harder. You know, I don't even know where Alshon Jeffrey is at all-time career-wise. I think that's interesting.
He's third. He's third with 4,500.
No, where he's at right now, like his entire career. Say he played with the Bears. Like, I wonder, he was good in Philly, but for how long, you know?
Right. I mean, he had like 2 good years in Philly, I think, and he was on the Bears for 4 years. So if he would have stayed on the Bears for 6 years, he would have the record. If he would have kept the same type of production, you know what I mean? Which is kind of crazy. It's so crazy how our I was gonna say, it's so crazy how our wide receiver records and QB records are just so bad. They're so low, bro. It's crazy. We've been in the league. I mean, we're the founding franchise team.
6,786 yards.
That's crazy. It'd be all time for the Bears if he stayed on.
Did I lose you?
No, I'm here.
Okay. Yeah. At first, I thought I lost you for a second. I'm getting PTSD here. Anyways,
no, it's all good.
Final thoughts on DJ Moore. Final thoughts.
I mean, it's great. I would give it an A of a grade. Mm-hmm. Like, you got him
Scale
early.
1 to 10.
Let's go. I'll give it a 9.
Mm-hmm.
You got him early, right?
Yeah.
The 7th highest, which then will drop. He'll probably drop out of top 10 in 3 years, and he's locked up basically till the end of his NFL career. So he's a Bear basically for life. I don't like. There's not much else you could have done unless somehow you got him even cheaper, right? Like a Jalen Johnson deal where people are kind of like, "What the hell?" Like, you got him for that cheap. But overall, I literally have no complaints.
You say he could drop out of the top 10. I think he could drop out of the top 10 soon.
Oh, it could be, because you got CD and you got Chase.
Right now,
I can mark him to 9.
So Justin Jefferson's at 35 million, AJ Brown 32, St. Brown 30, Tyreek Hill 30, Jalen Waddle 28.5, Devontae Adams 28, and then DJ Moore's at 7 at 27.5, and then Cooper Kupp is 8th, Devontae Smith is 9th, Nico Collins is 10th. But then you have, like I talked about, still potentially to come here. CeeDee Lamb is going to get more than DJ Moore.
100%.
Simple as that. Jamar Chase, same thing. Brandon Ayuk, I don't know. Doubt it. I don't think so. Might be close. And then Tyreek Hill is going to get more. So that pushes those 3 right there alone will push DJ out of the top 10.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So after those 3 extensions, I know you're probably hypothetical. I know it says 7th best right now. He's probably going to be the 11th best. Or 11th
that's what I'm saying. By year
crazy.
3, this is looking fantastic.
I'd say by 100%. Year 2. I say by the start of the season, possibly.
I mean, it already looks great now, but that just, I think that nails
what we're saying is it's going to look better in year 1, year 2, year 3, just because of
the only downfall, which I'm not mad about because I love their players getting money, is that he just has a lot of guaranteed. So
but I think that also will help with like the roster, the cap, how you manipulate that, because you know, utilizing that with bonuses, right? Roster bonus, everything like that. All those little things you could do that will help the salary cap in the next couple of years is going to be great. However, the cool thing is with Caleb Williams being on such an insane deal because you have that rookie contract, the best thing in the NFL is a rookie quarterback on a rookie contract.
Well,
you don't even have to worry about it. But DJ, again, with that guaranteed money, there's some flexible ways to kind of help alleviate the salary cap if they need it down the road. So,
well, you just made a great point. And if we would have kept this is one of the reasons I was saying earlier about the Justin Fields, situation about, hey, look, a big piece of this is just resetting the market. It just is. Unfortunately, that's just the name of the game. If we would have kept Fields, right, and we would pay him, this deal probably can't get done. It'd been a lot harder to get. It would have been
hard as hell. I mean, because look at Jordan Love's contract. Not that Justin would get anything like that.
No, it'd be under that. But still, but again, it's the QB market. Like, you don't have to be the best for it to still be expensive, you know? So, I think you made a great point of like Caleb on the rookie deal, Rome on the rookie deal, timing it up so when they got to get paid, you can kind of get out of this contract with DJ.
Yeah.
I mean, icing on the cake.
I'm gonna share this. It was a funny tweet. I think it was from Adam Johns, and said that this was a throw from today from Caleb to DJ Moore, and you have TJ catching it, scoring a touchdown, then hit him with the the deuce sign, the Tyreek Hill. Am I right? Am I right?
Yeah, that's
Tyreek Hill.
Yeah, he's the first one to do that.
Okay, so that's what I thought. I think of Tyreek Hill whenever I see this, but DJ's kind of he's a close second, because did he do it against the Commanders game?
He did.
He did, and he didn't get for taunting, which is awesome. Anyways, I'll just show the video here, but it's a Caleb to DJ Moore connection that happened today. Adam Johns joked around saying this is the one, I guess, that finally made him like, all right, let's get this deal done. This is an absolute dot, and then he hits him with the.
See ya.
Tyreek Stevens is probably pissed, dude. So upset about DJ doing that.
You love it.
Anyways, you love it. You love to see it in front of the crowd, in front of the fans.
Thank God, because when I went, we didn't have.
Ficky, did I lose you again? Chat, let me know. Is it me or is it Ficky here? If it's Ficky, I think we're gonna have to get somebody else on the show here. That's funny. Dinner on bros, now say less. Oh, all right. So while Ficky's gone, what we're going to do here is we'll just go ahead and we're going to move over to some of the training camp highlights, some news that we kind of want to touch on. Ficky, he's going to be joining by phone here. So let me get him on and we'll share it. Let's get him here. Sorry, guys. We're going to go ahead and get Ficky. He's going to be joined by, it looks like there's a storm or something with his internet is what he said. So I'm going to go ahead and get him this link, and then we're going to go ahead and move forward with some of our sponsors, and then we're going to go ahead and get to training camp talk. Let's see here. And we'll get him on the show. But before we move forward with training camp, again, this show is presented by Fanatics and Sports Mockery, so be sure to check them out. You can check out all my work on SM as well, sportsmockery.com. Follow me on Twitter at Dave_BFR. And of course, you can check out Ficky at It's Ficky Baby as well. And then, of course, if you want to check out Homage, we have a bunch of Bears shirts on there that are going to be on sale. You can go ahead and use the BFR discount code there. You can go ahead and get 10% off any order there. Anything really does help the show. And I think we have Ficky here. Ficky, what the heck? Is the power out?
There's a storm going on. So that's why all these lights are off. So that's probably why I lost Wi-Fi earlier. Yeah. So
okay.
Show must go on.
The show must go on. This is hilarious, dude. 25 minutes in, and you're experiencing twisters right now. That's funny.
Basically. We'll make it work though. We'll make it work. Where we end off? I can't remember.
So, man, I don't even know. I just basically kind of went through did some sponsor reads here, but we were honestly about to move forward to training camp. Some of the highlights there, but of course, DJ Moore extension. We both kind of rated about a 9. I think there's a lot to like. I think we're going to like it even more in a week. 2 weeks, 2 years. I think it's just going to get every single day. It's going to get better and better. It's very similar to the trade that brought him here. Every time we look at it, it just gets better, and I feel like that's a very good comparison just for this contract. So super excited about it. We were talking about the Tyreek Stevenson. The last thing we kind of finished here was, the Deuce sign. So Ficky, before we move forward with the training camp, news, updates, highlights, anything else you want to comment here before we get to this super chat from Tito?
No, I mean, just great. I'm just happy, man. It's just weird to see a GM make all the right.
You need to go outside. Is it? You need to go outside. I see light right there. Is it? Oh, is it raining though?
Yeah, there's no way I'm going outside. It's rain. This is my only, swear to God, this is my only source of light right now is my computer. So dude, I'm staying right here. So we make it work.
We appreciate it, and we'll make it work. So I'm going to go ahead and get to this. I'm used to you doing this stuff, but we have Tito here with the $10 super chat. First of all, Tito, thank you. We appreciate it, man. Thank you for the support. Thank you for $10. He goes, my guys love that DJ signing. Caleb Williams looking mad good at practice. What do y'all think about Booker starting midseason? Dude's a freak, and Big Dex might be the new star 3 tech. Y'all going live Thursday. So lot to unpack there. But first, though, again, Tito, thank you, man. We appreciate it. We're going to get to this. But, yeah, Caleb Williams, I think, looked fantastic today. Ficky, I want to kind of get your firsthand reaction because you saw him a couple days ago. Today, obviously, he balled out. But we'll get to more on Caleb in a second, Tito. Booker starting midseason, I absolutely think that's a possibility. I think that's actually probably 60%, maybe 65%. What do you?
If we don't trade for a disgruntled star or something, I can see that happening. But yeah, I mean Booker needs some time, right? He's got all the physical tangibles, you know what I mean? But he's a rookie, 5th rounder, so you just got to give him a little bit of time. I would not want him starting early. Let's let the coaches work with him, work on some skills, and get that built up. But midseason, I mean, it's possible, right? That is, I would say, the best case scenario is that by midseason he's kind of got his form and he goes out there and looks at least serviceable, right? Not asking too much for a rookie defensive end.
Yeah, I think that's actually I forgot about the possibility of going out and bringing someone in. It really depends, I guess, on how bad it looks. I mean, across from Montez Sweat, but I think you have to at least give him some reps, especially within the first 6 weeks of the season, just to see what he has. Because I mean, he is flashing. He is incredible. He is so fast. There's been a couple highlight reels that they put out. I think 1 or 2, where it was Caleb's ball to Montez Sweat to Tyler Scott in the right part of the end zone. I think that was a couple days ago, and you saw, I think it was Booker coming around the edge very, very quick, almost got to Caleb. And that's kind of what popped and got my eye initially. I was like, damn, that was one, it was too quick. So I think it was Larry Borum over there. I was like, that's not good. I don't like that.
Right.
And then 2, I was like, hell yeah, Caleb. But again, I went back to 3. I was like, who the hell was that? And I'm pretty sure it was Austin Booker. So he is a freak. I agree with you, Tito. And then Big Dex, I mean, I think he's going to be massively improved. I'm not going to go say, star or anything like that, but damn, he looks faster. He looks stronger.
His get off has been eye test when I was there. He definitely looked faster on the get off, and he made a lot of plays in the backfield.
Dude, I mean,
and then also beat reporters have I think like the overall consensus that they've seen that he's quicker, and that was like one of his biggest weaknesses, right? Was that he could, I mean, he had the strength, he has the size, but it's like his get off was just very slow, right? Compared to because of the scheme that he was in at Florida. So if he can get that down, maybe we'll see some tremendous, like maybe this defense will take it to another level because we know how important that 3 tech is for a 4-3 Eberflus defense.
Yeah. I agree. When looking at his film in college and then even last year to where he is right now, as far as that get off, right, Ficky, you're 100% correct. It is faster. It has to be faster because that was pretty damn slow. It was a little concerning. It was one of the first things you were a little alarmed about when he was drafted. But I agree. I'm ready to see this preseason game, which leads us to the final question here from Tito. Again, thank you for the super chat. Are we going to be going live Thursday? As long as Ficky makes it through whatever the hell he's going through.
Yeah, as long as
we're going to be live right after. We're going live after the game, right, Ficky?
Yeah. Absolutely.
You good with that?
We got to, man. We got to
make it live. I'm pretty sure.
I mean, the question is, will there be a lot to talk? Well, that's not true. I think the second we'll see some people
like Tyson Bagent legacy game, dude.
Bro, I've seen Tyson Bagent play too many games, man. I'm good on. I love Tyson, but I'm good. Yeah, I'm good on seeing Tyson Bagent play. So
you would think Booker's going to play. I know Matt Eberflus talked about during his press conference today that none of the starters going to play. I think that leaves some players still to be excited to watch. I don't know if Torrey. I'm hoping Torrey Taylor gets some reps out there.
Torrey probably plays.
But he's a starter, is he not?
True. That's it.
He should be punting, man. Come on now.
He should be. Yeah, because I think Cairo would be kicking. It's like they're not. Yeah. You know what I mean? So
I'll tell you what, guys. We should be going live on Thursday after the game. If not, we will be there Friday. But the plan right now is to go live after the game, or maybe even midway through the game. Vicky, why the hell not?
Yeah, we could probably start we could start like third quarter because it's going to be like the third.
So if you want to watch the game with us, finish the game with us on stream. We'll have it here. That'll be kind of something fun to do.
We're quick, Vicky, there's going to be so much.
I want to bring up this comment. I'm not sure you can see on your phone here, but
I can.
We have I am Skokes on YouTube. Great meeting you, Ficky, at camp. Good thing it wasn't too hot out.
Oh, it was a perfect day. Great meeting you too. I actually got to meet a lot of. It was like we had like a Bears content kind of section. We were all like near each other, so that was really cool meeting some people for the first time. Even though I've like interacted with them on the interwebs. So no, but it was great. Like the weather was perfect. Defense just like it's kind of been consistent throughout training camp. Defense won that day for sure, but there were some plays which we're starting to see more of. Like today, we definitely did, which would be a good transition. But there was at least 2 or 3 plays of Caleb just doing stuff where I'm like, wow. Like the one I got where he rolled out and then threw that about a 35-yard bomb in the 2-minute drill in the back corner of the end zone to Tyler Scott was beautiful.
That was
my biggest thing. That was my biggest thing going into the training camp was like, does he look as good, or like will I see the stuff where I'm like, wow, you know what I mean? And when he had time, you definitely saw that. The O-line did not give him a lot of time, and the defense was definitely all over him, but he definitely passed the eye test. We'll see if that translated on the field during the season, but he's made some fascinating plays that training camp. And we saw some of that today, a lot more of that today than when I was there.
No, I'm a little jealous you got to see that one firsthand. I remember it when I saw the video come out, Vicky. I was pretty hyped, to say the least. I think we all were. And then today, which I guess this is a good transition. Again, super excited about DJ Moore. Cannot say how happy I am to see him in Chicago for another 5 years is what it is. Was always determined.
6.
6. Oh my God, it's even better.
You're good.
Just keeps getting better. But anyways, long story short, just super stoked for that extension. And now we'll move over to day 9 of training camp. It was pads. There was a lot to like. Some things that weren't great. My biggest takeaway, I have 2, Ficky, before we get to you for your biggest takeaways. 1, only 1 false start today. I think it's improving. I think it's getting better. I think they're getting used to Andrew Billings, which is great. I mean, I know he's a good player, but he shouldn't be wrecking an offensive line. Offensive line is still questionable. Nate Davis was not there. I want to say this with Nate Davis. Like, he was there up until he got hurt. I know best ability is availability. I get it. I just feel like I see a lot of hate on the timeline with Nate Davis. I get it, but like last year it was fucking tough. Simple as that. I know it's not ideal. This year he looked good. He was going to be the starter, and then he, of course, I think it was a calf strain or a strain, nonetheless. And now he's been out for 3 straight practices. I get it. It sucks, but it's like he was there. It's not like he's not showing up and working out. He's in good shape. He looks fine. He was there today. He wasn't dressed up, with his helmet and pads, but it's like he's there. He's stretching. I don't know. Give him a little bit of break. I'm not going to be the police here, but I don't like it. I just don't like it.
I agree. Well, I agree with you. Look, I know the injury sucks, and I think people are just like, because last year was so bad, people are like any inconvenience, they're just going to be like, Nate Davis is the worst, right? But Kyler Gordon's been out longer than Nate Davis. Kyler Gordon was out when I was there at training camp on Thursday, and he's been out every practice since then. But you don't hear people saying like, oh my God, Kyler Gordon sucks, right? He got injured. It happens, right? You just hope that he comes back and is ready to go by week 1. That's all I care about. And I know you heard Eberflus on his press conference, I want to say 2 days ago. He said like, hey, like, you got to be available. Yeah, you got to do what you got to do to be available. That's the most important part of the team. And people took that like, oh, that's a Nate Davis dig. He's out of here, right? He's not starting. But then you saw Shane Waldron yesterday in his presser be like, oh, yeah, Nate Davis will be the starter. He's going to be the starter. He's injured. Yeah. They're going to work through it, right? A strain. They probably caught it early. It might be a couple weeks, right? Maybe it's a week. Who knows? But if that's the case, when he's ready to go, he will be the starter. So, yeah, just got to play it out.
Yeah, I agree with you, Fick. It just was bothering me, so I wanted to talk about it because, like, I thought Nate Davis, I was very impressed. Like, and maybe it's just because it's a low bar from last year, and I understand he was not consistent. But you talked about it. Kyler Gordon's been out. I think he gets a pass, benefit of the doubt, because he has been electric, when he is there, and there's been no off the field issues. And I hate to say that with Nate Davis because last year, although it was off the field, it's like, dude, he lost a very close family member. Was it his mother?
Yeah, I think it was his mother.
I don't know if it's confirmed. Yeah. Anyways, but nonetheless, it's a close family member. It sucks. At the end of the day, I'm not buying. I don't like the hate. Like, I just don't like it, man. I don't think we need it. At the end of the day, I know a bit. The best ability is availability. I get it. He needs to be there.
Week 1.
He's still recovering.
Just
week 1. But actually, I would like to see him in a couple weeks, maybe against the Bills preseason. Maybe that might be too early as well, because Matt Eberflus talked about Caleb Williams and the starters not playing. And they didn't even confirm that they're going to play against Buffalo, right? That's 10 days away from Thursday. So it's still up in the air who's going to play there.
Well, he said that 45 snaps for Caleb. I think
45 to 60.
45 to 60, right? So if he gets none this game, right? And then we have 3 more preseasons, right? I think. Yeah.
Yep.
Because we get an extra one because of Hall of Fame. That's 15 per game, right? Which is basically about a drive and a half-ish. So does he get a drive and a half every game? Or does he have one game where he gets 2 drives, and then a game he gets 1 drive, and then a game where he doesn't play? I think something like that will happen. I think he gets no drives, maybe against the Bills. He gets 1.5 or so versus whoever's next, and then he'll end with 2 going into the season. That's what
it all depends on the line too, because like there is some with Davis going down, it's like you got Coleman Shelton, you got Ryan Bates kind of forced to play, Bates playing right guard, and then of course Shelton center. So there's still some inconsistency there, and you're seeing it at camp. You're seeing Montez Sweat, who another person I want to bring up is just insane. He's got to stop touching stop touching, making contact with the quarterback. It's been a eventful couple, 4 days where he's done it like twice now.
Yeah.
But I guess yesterday when they're at the Walter Payton Center, he was still getting the backfield at will. Darnell Wright has been another player that I've been a little bit disappointed in. And I understand you're going against a freak in Montez Sweat, but I mean, he just gets back there so quick. And there was a report where he's just unstoppable. And for me, it's like Darnell Wright is a top 10 pick. I understand there's going to be some growing pains. Last year was good. He made some progress just all the way throughout the year, but can you at least put up like a fight, resistance? Don't let him get back there. Hold him a little bit. Something.
I know, but then you look at it. It's hard. This is the problem about like,
dude.
the NFL is that like either it's like Montez Sweat is just he's going crazy, but that means the other person on the other side obviously is not stopping him. So it's
and that's our
good
top
that
10.
Montez is that guy, but let's wait. It's still, I know it's pads, but it's still hard to. I think Flu said this. It's very hard to truly get a grasp of how well these players are because like the contact, it's contact, but it's not like they can't fuck each other up. You know what I mean? So I know they're going at it 110% and all that, but I don't know. I guess I would want to see, like, let's see how he looks week 1. That's how I am. I want to see how these players look against another team where they don't know the plays, different players, right? Because that's another thing. They go against each other all the time. So Montez knows exactly what he needs to do against Darnell Wright, and vice versa with a lot of these players because they see each other's reps all the time. So I'm not throwing in the white flag yet. Let's see how it comes around week 1.
Okay. No, I'm cool with that. I just wanted to bring it up again that we're touching. I want to go over this play. This is from I lost Ficky. Okay, I was where'd you go?
No, you're good. The light
Jacob
goes out. So
okay, I was like, I thought we lost. You know what's so funny, man? I thought it was my end. Like I thought I was having internet issues. So I just was like a little shook for a minute. But then everyone kept on saying on in the chat here, like, no, it's Ficky, you're frozen. I think our group
it was
chat,
like
they changed the picture of our group chat to you being frozen on stream.
That's hilarious.
Our Bears group chat.
That's hilarious.
That's been around for 5 or 6 years, so they're on top of everything. Appreciate them watching.
Bro, it was funny though because it was like because I got lights obviously in the background, all these colored lights and whatnot, and power is going like in and out, and it was like I don't know if you ever seen Stranger Things, but like where the things start to flash and whatnot,
Stranger Things.
You're like
what the hell,
thunderstorm
Vicky?
and all this, huh?
I said, have I ever seen Stranger? Of course I have.
Yeah, have you heard of it?
Show.
It's kind of big.
Like
no,
that.
but it felt like that. I was like, yo, what is going on? Like my room is getting possessed right now. But all good, Jesus. All good. We're here.
Wait, Jacob Infante was at camp today. Love seeing him there. He's gotten some great content. I think the whole Windy City Gridiron group was there, so they did a really good job keeping everybody updated. Love the videos. I appreciate the Bears also practicing closer to fans. That's been an issue where they've been a field away. Vicky, when you were there, were they close?
Well, they did both. They did fields 1 and 2, which are next to each other. So the stands that you see here and the stands where I were at, they got stands that go horizontal, like going the full yard, and then you have, the full field, and then you have stands right here, which are obviously in the end zone. So that's field 2. Field 1, so they had on both. Team drills were on field 2, which is close to the stands, which you love, 11 on 11, 7 on 7. But when they do position breakouts, right, or they do special teams and things like that, they're using both fields. So you couldn't see Caleb all the time, which is fine. Like, I want to see the team drills.
But I will say this, when they have the 7 on 7s and the, 11 on 11, it needs to be in front of the fans if they can.
100%. And they messed up on that.
And they did that today.
They messed up on that on Saturday, I think.
Was terrible.
Yeah, they messed that
up.
DWC
was there and he couldn't believe. I mean, he said he had a good time still, but it was pretty shitty experience for,
yeah, because you can kind of see, but you can't really see. So
you gotta have your binoculars, dude. You gotta be fucking really, and you shouldn't have to do that. And the getting video is horrible. And today, this is what we need. These are the clips we need to see because when you practice this close and you have the fans here, we get to see these moments that Jacob Infante, of course, captured for us. But before I do that, we got Summer Lewis. I think that's your girlfriend, right?
It is.
She goes, Power should be back on at 10:30. So shout out to Summer. I don't know if we're going to be going until 10:30. We'll see. And then a couple things that cracked me up. But again, this is an insane. I love this play, and I'll actually go back to the one before that I had playing. Or rolling, but this one is to Rome Odunze, which was an insane connection today. It was Rome and Caleb's show, which you love to see the two rookies just continue to build chemistry. But let me go and play the video here from touchdown strike with great touch from Caleb Williams.
Nice. Give it to him. Touchdown.
I'll play one more time, Fick, if you can see it.
I can.
Nice.
Oh.
Hell of a catch.
Yes, it was.
I want to see if he got in.
Yeah, he got it.
elbow.
Well, you see that there's a referee right there in the corner, so he called it a touchdown.
Well, I
so
don't trust the refs. You know that. I need to see it for myself.
yeah, no, I think
No, I
got
agree.
it.
Well, at the elbow, once you
Still
get the
a great
elbow
catch.
down. Oh, hell of a catch.
Yep.
I love the this is gonna be you're gonna see this a lot in the red
In the
zone.
end zone?
Which
Yeah, I mean it's
in the
grown.
red
He's
zone
a big
and the
yeah,
end zone.
Yeah, I mean, last year he led the NCAA in contested catches. Like the dude that's who you throw to in the red zone. Your big target,
Yeah.
your big body wide receiver, who most likely will on a 1v1 will end up winning.
Yeah. Hey, someone said Justin would run that in. I shouldn't laugh at that. That's rude. That's not funny.
We would have been cheering for it. We would have
we
been
had
excited as hell.
And then we got Adam here. Says Dave and Ficky the goats. I also want to say something real quick. And thank you, Adam. I know you went with Nick. You were with Nick. What, on Saturday or Friday?
Friday.
So someone DM'd me, dude. And someone said, "Hey, I saw you and Ficky. I didn't want to come up, but I just want to say I saw you. You know, good to see you guys there." And I was just like, "That's not me, man. That's Nick."
You got the wrong
just another
guy.
year, Chicago Nick. I was.
By the way, I forgot. I don't know if I told you this, but there was like 3 or 4 people I met, and they were like, love the work and whatnot. So definitely. We appreciate that. That was really cool to see that live. You know what I mean? So
we love it, man. We're all at the end of the day. We just love the Bears so much, dude. We're super stoked for this season. So I think we deserve it. So,
absolutely.
Anyways, though. A lot of good stuff. I'm going to go back to this other play here. I think I had it on my screen here. What was it? Yeah, it was this one right here. You saw it, Fick, right?
Yeah.
This one, another touchdown to Rome Adunze.
I mean, he had a day. We love it.
Yeah.
Look, I know it's training camp. I get it. But how are you not excited about that? Like the placement of the ball, he's thrown. I know he's thrown some picks too, right? Some of them where the pocket.
But I like
really,
that. Well, let me preface that. I like how he is pushing himself in practice.
Yeah, and
it's
you see
different
that
than Mitch and Justin.
Yeah, you can't be afraid to throw it. Look, and that like for example, his interception he threw yesterday. It was like the pocket collapse. He honestly would have been sacked, right? But you're not getting touched, obviously, in training camp or any practice. So you just force something in there. Like I'm not mad about it. Also, we don't know the reasoning behind a lot of these plays, right? And we talked about this way before training camp even started. We talked about hey, we don't know the situation. Shane Waldron would be like, hey, look, I need you to thread this look no matter what, or I need you. The situation is 4th and 7. So you have to pass it no matter what, right? We don't know those situations. Obviously, an interception's not good, but again, it's not the end of the world. So it's it's same thing with view touchdowns. It's wonderful. It's exciting to see. I'm not going ahead and betting all my money that we're winning the Super Bowl. And the same thing with the interceptions, right? It's not the end of the world. So as long as we can see, I think, more good plays than bad plays, I feel good. And I've saw that on both sides of the ball. So,
yeah, me too, Vic. Me too. Well, hey, I want to kind of go over again. I think overall training camp it's been good. I think I like the fact that there's been battles on both sides. Now the defense is winning, but you're still seeing strides being made on the offensive side. Of course, the biggest concerns here is the offensive line. I think that's just safe to say. I think we all have it. We all see it. I think it's going to still be top. I still think it's going to land anywhere between 23 to maybe 17th best in the NFL. And I think that's okay. You can survive with that, especially with Caleb Williams being who he is. And so at the end of the day, I'm okay with it. However, it does concern me. But overall, I'm just happy with where we're at training camp. We have a lot going for us. We have the preseason Hall of Fame game here in 2 days that we're going to recap. And then, of course, the Hard Knocks trailer dropped for episode 1. Ficky, I think you've seen it. It's about a minute long. I'm going to play it here. If you think that's all right. What do you think? Should we play it here, chat?
Yeah, I think we should. Just give the people what they want.
We'll play it. We'll end here on a positive note. Ficky's power is going to come on here in a little bit. It's gonna be a good way to end the night. But this had me hyped, dude. Dropped at like 10 o'clock in the morning. I was just not ready for it, man. I had my coffee. I was just ready to go. Training camp highlights were already out too, so it was just a lot going on the timeline in Chicago Bears. I guess what am I saying here? Twitter sphere, world.
Yeah, something.
But here's the
Universe.
trailer they dropped by HBO.
Oh yeah, sign me the fuck up. I'm ready. I am so ready.
Dude,
yeah, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great, man. Look, this offseason, I don't think I've ever been more excited for just like every move. There's been excitement. You have if we go back, right? You have drafting Caleb Williams #1, right? Which we all knew that was coming, but still excitement around that, right? Well, even back up even further. You getting the #1 overall pick, you're like, wow, that's crazy. Then you're getting Caleb Williams. Then at number 9, you get Rome Odunze, which is what everybody wanted, right? And you had no idea if you're going to get that. Then you go into the offseason and you trade for Keenan Allen out of nowhere, right? You're like, what the heck?
It's a theme here,
Jalen
reoccurring
Johnson.
theme.
Jalen Johnson got his extension. Awesome. I think that was before. I'm a little bit out of order there. And then you find out you're getting Hard Knocks. Then you find out you're doing the Hall of Fame game. Then you find out Devin Hester makes it into the Hall of Fame, right? And then you still have Hard Knocks to cover. Like it hasn't even come out yet. Have you seen like that many moves? Oh, and sorry, the one that happened today, DJ Moore extension. So many like moves that you're like, yep, love that, love that, love that. Hopefully it equates to wins on the field, but like at least on paper, I don't think I've ever been in an offseason where I'm just like, holy cow, every move I'm just ready to run through a brick wall. So,
dude, it's a good time to be a Bears fan. I'm very excited. I want to end this show here with just a couple quick nuggets here, things to talk about, get some initial reactions. Madden users, we have Bears wide receiver ratings dropped. We have Keenan Allen 90 overall, DJ Moore 89 overall, Rome Odunze 76 overall, Tyler Scott at a 72, and Bayless Jones Jr. at 69, which is a very nice rating. And so, Ficky, real quick, you love it, hate it, real quick.
I think it's pretty accurate, to be honest. Yeah. I was surprised Keenan was still X Factor. I think that's more of like him viewing his whole career. You know what I mean? I know he had a break, like a career year as well. I'm not saying he doesn't deserve that. DJ Moore's a superstar, so I'm fine with that. And then Rome Odunze 76. Like if you guys play Madden a lot, like a rookie being 76, that's like pretty high. It makes sense. You're a top 10 pick. Mm-hmm. And I think compared to the other wide receivers, he's like I think Marvin was like 78, and I think Neighbors was like 77. So he's right up there with them. So I'm not mad about that at all. And then Tyler Scott being what, 71, I think you said?
Yep.
Second year, and I'm sure his speed's pretty good. Like, I really don't have any complaints. And that will change, obviously. They change their ratings throughout the season. So as a start, I don't really have complaints on that one.
Yeah. Me either. I actually liked it. I thought Keenan, I was a little shocked at how high he was. Same with the safeties. Frank Bayard was Bayard?
Bayard.
No, I said it right.
What did you say? Did you say Frank?
Did I say Frank?
Yeah, you did. I think so. Kevin,
my gosh.
Where'd you pull that one out of? You're good.
Frank.
Oh, Frank.
Oh, man.
No, you're good.
No, I did not. Oh, that's funny. Kevin. Kevin's going to be pissed. Okay, yeah. Not Frank. I don't know where I got that from.
It's all good. It's all good, bro.
But then we have, the safeties were Kevin Byard, 89, Jaquan Brisker, 83, Jonathan Owens, who's supporting Simeon Biles in Paris right now, which is pretty cool, was at a 75. Yeah. So,
I mean, I'm cool with both of those. I think that's fair.
Yeah. And then I wanted to bring this up because we talked about it earlier. This was actually your video you got here at camp. This is the Tyler Scott touchdown in the corner of the right end zone, which I think is just a dime here. And is that?
I can't even tell who was on the edge.
That wasn't Booker, was it? I don't know.
But I think that's not.
I'm gonna pause it and see.
70. I think that's Borum though on the edge.
It is Borum. I know that.
Yeah,
I recognize that. But you got Pickens here on the sidelines. I don't know.
Yeah, I couldn't tell live, to be honest with you. And I was watching the ball like crazy, so I have no idea.
Yeah. But you see how fast he gets there?
Yeah.
Oh, wow,
Not good
pressure's
look
right
for
there.
Bourne. But
Well,
look
you
at
even
this.
said it.
Dot.
Yeah. I'll play one more
Oh,
time.
wow, that pressure's right there.
Come on, Scott.
Oh yeah, I didn't even know, bro. I haven't even heard it with the volume. I didn't even hear myself say, "Oh wow."
Yeah,
the
you
pressure's
said
there."
right away. You said, "Wow." You said that pressure's right there.
Yeah. Well, bro, I'm gonna be honest. Like the pressure was there.
You got the tape cap on real quick. You said,
Facts.
"Whoa."
Facts. But bro, that was
That's a bad
so
rep.
this was near the end of practice. It was like that all practice, like pressure on Caleb, like nonstop, which was not great. This was the one where Billings was like getting him to false start and all that. That was this practice. So,
Man,
but
you didn't even tell me, Simone.
Simone, I
what
wasn't
did
gonna
s-
correct you again after the Frank
Man,
one.
you
I was
got
like,
to, but I'm on a fucking
bro, you're all
roll
over
right
the
now.
place. It's all good,
Frank,
bro. Simone,
Simeon, Simone.
you're good, bro. You're
Oh,
good.
dude. Anyways, yeah, I really like this is a great video. There's been a lot of great camp videos that have come out. I really the Bears have relaxed on phones. Is that
Well,
fair to
when
say?
we were first there, I thought they were going to. They
Yeah,
were
I know.
saying like no recording.
Yeah, but I think they understand the times. I think they understand. Like, dude, stop.
Yeah, that's
We
the only
can't
thing
be
you need to
doing this.
fix. It's like, bro, there's no leaked stuff that's coming out. It's just plays.
Yeah,
And also,
I
it's
think-
just training camp. You're not getting. No one's looking at this one play and like another team and being like, "Oh my gosh, we're gonna scheme against this."
it's the competitive advantage they're trying to keep.
Come on, bro. All these teams, all their
It's really
stuff
helped
comes out.
against the Packers too.
Yeah, facts, right?
No cell phones at camp has really helped us.
Yeah, facts.
No, well, hey, Ficky, since you kind of got a lot going on, we'll end it here at the hour
Well, before
mark.
we do, let's do our little read. So first off, if you guys enjoyed the show, please give a thumbs up. We really do appreciate that. Subscribe as well. It's free. We appreciate that. Me and Dave go live
real quick.
yeah.
I'm going to interrupt you. Over 6,000 subs on YouTube already. Last podcast did 10,000 views on YouTube. You guys are absolutely killing it. So if you are new here or if you've been here a while, we appreciate it. I just want to say thank you. I mean, I know we keep on saying like the video, subscribe. You guys are doing it, so we appreciate it. Don't stop.
Absolutely.
If you please, if you're new here, please do it.
Keep doing
I just
it.
want to say I appreciate it. We see it. It's been really cool, and I think this is just the start. Not just the season, but also a really fun year for both the podcast, the Bears fans, and of course the Bears in general. So sorry, thank you.
Absolutely. No, you're good. You're good. Yeah, thank you. I should have started with that. Appreciate it. And if you are new here, go ahead and give a hashtag new face gang in the chat. Dave will try his best to get those all out. as I disappear, and I'm a floating head in the darkness right now. But if you're an OG here, it means you've watched more than one episode. Go ahead and give a hashtag OG. We'll give you a shout out there. And if you want to support us, obviously like and subscribe. We do appreciate that. Thank you for all of that. Also, we do have a store, the BFRstore.com, where you can get this shirt. You can actually see it. I'm surprised. But you can get shirts, hoodies, hats. It helps support us. All the money from there just goes back into the show to actually it just pays my power bill. That's it. So I can keep doing the show. LOL. Just kidding. But if you want to support us that way, we do appreciate it. And also, you can support us with a Patreon. Madden does come out here August 16th. So we will be having a Madden League set up on there. And first dibs will be through our Patreon. We have 1v1s on there. We have giveaways coming up on there. We do monthly. And you get access to our private Discord as well. And all other exclusive videos, content that we have is on our Patreon. So thank you guys for all the support this far and for the future support. We really do appreciate it.
No, absolutely. It's been unreal. We're excited. We have a Bears game here in 2 days that we will be, like I said, probably going live maybe midway or a little bit past the midway mark of the game. But we will be going there. We'll kind of get, I guess, our feet. I mean, we have to get used to this again, right, Ficky? We have to,
yes.
I guess, post-game, pre-game shows. We didn't really preview this show or this game because it is the Hall of Fame game. Not too much to go into right now. But we will have our live reactions during and after the game. Yeah. And then, of course, the DJ Moore extension took a lot of this episode. So shout out to the Bears for just giving us so much to talk about, a lot to be excited about. Again, follow the show on all socials at BFR_pod. You can follow me at Dave_BFR on all socials as well. Check out my work on sportsmockery.com. I'm going to have some big takeaways regarding DJ Moore's extension. Probably go a little bit more in depth, a little bit nerdier in regards to kind of what this means for DJ, the Bears, numbers, and everything like that. A little bit more of the analytics side of it. So keep an eye out for that article. Follow me there. Check out sportsmockery.com for all your Chicago sports news. And of course, Fanatics for sponsoring the show. We appreciate it. And of course, Ficky. I mean, if you guys want to help him get his power back on, hit the like button.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
It is not coming. We're not, it's 100 likes right now.
100 likes gets my power back.
But for real, check out Ficky. He's been killing it. Chicago Bears content creator for, of course, the BFR podcast. And you can follow him on all social. It's Ficky Baby. So appreciate the love. We'll be back here in 2 days, unless more news drops in between there.
Who knows?
Pod. But there's a lot of pods out there, a lot of great Bears podcasts. So if you're watching in, tuning in, we appreciate it. And I think that's it, Ficky. Anything else I'm missing here, man?
No, I think that's it. That's all I got.
All right. Well, hey, I think that's it. We'll see you guys here in about 48 hours. Yeah, it should be fun. So see you.
Peace.